you've been living with this chaos for so long within that it feels normal. The real part of it that I think is so freaking beautiful that I've learnt on my journey, that it wasn't about fixing myself that felt broken. It was the fact that I was parts of me out that wanted to feel seen and heard and acknowledged. Walk in my truth, in my essence of who I am, and to stop pushing myself to the side. And how I wanted to escape the chaos and the noise that was going on. But in truth, my body was just trying to show me that I need to be heard, seen, and acknowledged in here. When I learned to hold space for myself, because it got to the point I would sit there and I'd be like, oh my God. Like it just felt like a million voices just going off in my head. And it got to the point I was like, okay, what is going on here? And I sat with myself, and that's why I love meditation. But you can do other aspects like movement and exercise and yoga. And this was a major part of my body and my soul wanting to be acknowledged and feel seen, heard, and acknowledged, because I wasn't listening to myself. No confidence in myself. I had this loop of self-doubt that would creep in all the time, and it was so, I felt never good enough, and it just felt like chaos in my head constantly. And it wasn't until I took the time to sit with myself and allow myself to be like, I don't need a key to feel the inner compass. It wasn't about escaping the noise, it was about allowing myself to hear and acknowledge it and hold space, because it just wanted my attention. It just wanted to feel seen and heard and be like, okay, finally you heard me. And then it felt like my inner compass, which is my soul, my heart, I started lifting the fog, because it was like, that was so foggy. It felt like, where do I go? What do I do? Who am I? And it wasn't until I took the time and acknowledged myself, and I was like, I've been abandoning the parts of me that are me. And when I acknowledged that, and I was like, I'm going on a self-acceptance journey of embracing who I am and just taking the steps and trusting the process. And when you sit there and you're like, yeah, but how do I do it? How do I do this? This is where you get stuck. Because you sit and you're like, but, what if? And you start going, but who am I? Who am I? You don't actually take the steps and start the momentum and start just trusting the process of enjoying the parts of you that are right here, your inner compass. You get it so in your head, which creates the chaos, and it also makes the noise louder. When I sat with it and I was like, the tension in my shoulders, in my body, I was like, whoa, this is like, what is this? And it is something else. And when this happens, when you sit there and go, but who am I? What do I, blah, 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 where am I supposed to be? It makes your inner compass feel foggy and stuck. And like, yeah, but come on. Have you ever noticed when you get like this and you get in this mindset, and then you go, all right, fucking hell, universe, I'm done with this. Things happen. You release the fog, you release the pressure, you start trusting more, and you start, all right, okay, I'll try. Okay, yep, all right. Because you get to the point where you're like, oh, my hands are up. My hands are up and I'm done. And things start working out because you're trusting the process. You're trusting the evolution and unfolding. This is the process of surrendering. And that surrendering doesn't mean you stop doing the action steps. You keep doing the action steps. But it's like you don't have that pressure on yourself. And then the chaos lifts. And then you go, oh, I'm just plodding along and loving life. And people are like, what are you doing? And you're like, just trusting the process and allowing myself to be and unfold in the process. And people are like, but how do you do that? That's where they get stuck, is the fact they go, but how? And you're just like, I'm just trusting. I'm allowing myself to follow the compass within. And this is where you become soul-led and trusting the heart pulls of life and allowing your inner compass and blueprint to be heard and seen and acknowledged for who you truly are.